Got a question from Jimmy R. Jimmy's question was, Sparty, how do I make my ex-girlfriend obsess about me again? How do I get her to think about me all the time? Well, Jimmy, I don't know when you're going to see this video. It might be this week, next month. I might be dead by the time that you see this. Regardless, I expect to thank you because I give high value. That's just something that I do. So take this value and utilize it, and then thank me. Anyway, Jimmy, the real thing that you need to know, the one thing that's going to make your ex-girlfriend obsess about you, is if you can do this one thing. Trigger thought investment. Now, how do you trigger thought investment? And what is thought investment? Well, triggering thought investment is easy if you take action on it. What thought investment is how often a girl is thinking about you when you're not around. And the more she thinks about you, the more obsessed she is about you. And if you can trigger thought investment, she's going to think about you all the time. All the time. And the more she thinks about you, the more she's going to be obsessed with you. And the more she's obsessed with you, she's going to think that she needs you back. It's just the brain's logically going to tell her that she needs you back. Now, how do you trigger thought investment? It's easy. You got to leave a ton of space for her to think about you. So, for example, have you ever been obsessed with a girl where you just couldn't get your mind off her at all? Well, she probably triggered some thought investment in you. And there's really 7 key things that trigger thought investment. However, the number one thing is just uncertainty. Uncertainty where she stands with you. Uncertainty what your next move is going to be. Uncertainty about anything. Now, how do you create uncertainty? It's easy. When she texts you, you don't give her the whole story. Be mysterious. Give her bits and pieces, but never tell her the whole thing. Never. Short, 3-word answers. You don't want to be obsessive, typing paragraphs and all this bullshit. You don't do that. Not at all. Another thing is, you want to show off that you're with other girls. You want to show off that you're pre-selected, that you hang out with other girls, that she's not number one in your book. She has to work for you to be number one. That's another thing. Number 3, you can't be hitting her up all the time, man. You cannot be hitting her up all the time. If you're just texting her all the time, calling her, all this bullshit, she knows that you have her, or she has you, rather. But if you come in once in a while, she's not really sure if she has you or not. If you can do a little playful vibe, talk a little bit, but then pull back from the conversation, unlike most guys who can't do that, she'll be like, well, what does he think about me? Is he seeing someone else? What's the deal? Most guys give attention, and they vomit attention all over her. Now tell me, do you think a girl likes to be vomited on? No, they don't. They're just like bits and pieces, little tastes that they can nab at. So there's that. The key thing, though, the number one thing that most guys have success with, and most guys won't do, is just telling the straight up truth to a girl. Just straight up truth. If you can tell her the truth, she'll never know what to expect from you. Because you're telling her the honest truth. You're not going to tell her you like a dress if you don't like it. You're not going to validate her. You're not going to tell her fucking truth about fallacy about your political views. You're going to be honest with it yourself. You're going to be honest about everything. You know, it might hurt her at times, but deep down she fucking loves that because you're being a man and speaking your fucking mind. And vaginas, they love truth. They fucking love truth. It gets them so wet and juicy for you to insert your cock. Now, there's a lot more things that you can do to create uncertainty in your ex-girlfriend's mind, but those are some key ones. However, too much thought investment in a girl's mind may actually get her to leave because she can't take it all. She can't take it all. She might be obsessed about you, but it might be too much for her, and she'll have to leave on her own just because she just literally cannot take all the investment and time that she's thinking about you because she needs to focus on with her life. So if she ever leaves you from too much thought investment, just know that you always have her in your back pocket. You'll always have her, and it's just a pride thing for yourself. But thought investment is the number one thing to making a girl obsess about you. And if you can trigger that, just watch what happens, man. It's evil. It's fucking evil. It's fucking evil. I love it. Because you're talking to a girl, you're trying to get your ex back, whatever it is. You trigger that thought investment and make her think about you all the time. She'll be excited about you. She'll be begging and fantasizing about what you can do to her. She will fucking go nuts.